Live, die, repeat. Those 3 words defined one of the smartest, most underrated sci-fi action films of the past decade, and after 11 years of waiting, begging, and wondering if it would ever happen, Edge of Tomorrow 2 is finally moving forward with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt both confirmed to return. According to the latest issue of Production Weekly, from September 2025, filming is set to begin in late 2026, with director Doug Liman back in the chair, and Warner Brothers fully backing the project that fans had almost given up on entirely. This is the biggest update we've had on the sequel in over a decade, and it's proof that sometimes Hollywood patience actually pays off. Let's rewind to understand why this matters so much. The original Edge of Tomorrow released in June 2014 and didn't exactly set the box office on fire. It made around $370 million worldwide against a $178 million budget, which in blockbuster terms is considered underperforming. But something magical happened after it left theaters. The film found its audience through home video sales, streaming platforms, and pure word-of-mouth praise that turned it into a genuine cult classic. Critics and fans alike started calling it one of the smartest sci-fi films of the decade, praising its clever time loop structure, incredible action sequences, and the electric chemistry between Cruise and Blunt. Emily Blunt's Rita Vertasky, nicknamed the Full Metal Bitch, became an instant icon, a fully battle-hardened warrior who could go toe-to-toe with any action hero in cinema history. So why did the sequel take 11 years to get moving? One word: Cruise. Between 2015 and 2025, Tom Cruise went absolutely all in on the Mission Impossible franchise, filming 4 consecutive entries back-to-back, while squeezing in only American-made and Top Gun Maverick between them. His schedule was simply impossible to crack. Director Doug Liman never lost faith, though he's been talking about this sequel for years, confirming multiple times that he and Cruise keep talking about it and that they love that world. In fact, Liman recently revealed that he and Cruise re-watched the original film together for the first time in 10 years, and his reaction was immediate. "Wow, that is a really good movie." The script situation is actually in fantastic shape. Matthew Robinson, who wrote The Invention of Lying, pitched his take on the sequel to Warner Brothers back in March 2019, and they loved it so much they hired him on the spot. The working title is Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat, which suggests we might be dealing with multiple time loops or nested loops rather than the single-day structure of the original. Doug Liman has made some incredibly bold claims about this screenplay. He said he actually likes the sequel story more than the first film, and that it will revolutionize how people make sequels. Those are massive statements from a director who doesn't throw around hype casually. Christopher McQuarrie, Cruise's longtime collaborator, who co-wrote the original, may also contribute as a producer or consultant, adding even more firepower to the creative team. Emily Blunt has been refreshingly honest about the long wait. During a 2023 appearance on The Howard Stern Show, she admitted, "Honestly, I think the movie's too expensive," acknowledging the financial hesitation that kept Warner Brothers on the fence for years. But she's also made it crystal clear that she's ready to return. On the Happy Sad Confused podcast, she revealed that Liman actually slipped her a script years ago, saying, "I would love to make it a reality, but I just don't know when or how. And how many Mission Impossibles does he need?" She even joked that Cruise needs to come back to the side where you can be the cowardly hero, referencing how brilliantly Cruise played against type as the frightened, incompetent Major Cage in the original. When asked directly if she's the reason the sequel hasn't happened, Blunt was emphatic. "I am so ready for a sequel. I'm not the impediment, I promise." The biggest change since 2014 is that Tom Cruise has entered what many are calling the renaissance of his career. Top Gun: Maverick earned nearly $1.5 billion worldwide and reminded everyone why Cruise is still the biggest movie star on the planet. More importantly, Cruise signed a major multi-film partnership deal with Warner Brothers Discovery in January 2024, and insiders say Edge of Tomorrow 2 was specifically prioritized as part of that agreement, with Cruise now transitioning out of his Mission Impossible obligations and Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav personally backing the project. All the pieces are finally falling into place. There's one bittersweet element that needs acknowledgement. Bill Paxton, who played the unforgettable Master Sergeant Farrell in the original, passed away in February 2017. His absence will be deeply felt, and any sequel will need to address his character's fate with His absence will be deeply felt, and any sequel will need to address his character's fate with the respect and care that performance deserves. Paxton brought incredible energy to that role, and fans will undoubtedly feel that void. As for plot details, Liman has been characteristically cryptic, but has dropped some intriguing hints. He's teased that the sequel will introduce a new character who will steal the movie, though no casting announcements have been made for this mysterious role. The narrative reportedly picks up where the first film ended, expanding the time-bending mechanics into territory we haven't seen before. Given that the original ended with Cage gaining the Omega's power permanently after destroying it, there's endless potential for how this story could evolve. Assuming production begins in late 2026 as reported, we're looking at a theatrical release no earlier than 2028. Effects-heavy sci-fi typically requires 12 to 18 months of post-production, and Warner Brothers would likely target a summer blockbuster window similar to the original's June debut. That means we still have a long wait ahead, but after 11 years of uncertainty, knowing that cameras will finally roll feels like victory enough. Doug Liman said something years ago that perfectly captures why this sequel matters. His goal is to make films that people 50 years from now are still watching. The original Edge of Tomorrow absolutely fits that vision. It's a film that has only grown in reputation and relevance with time. Now, with Cruise finally free from Ethan Hunt's shadow, Blunt ready to become Rita Vertasky again, and a script that Liman claims he loves even more than the original, the long-awaited sequel might finally deliver on 11 years of promise. The loop is resetting one more time. Live, die, repeat, again.